Yeah, it was a heck of a basketball game. And game went back and forth a lot of lead changes. Two teams really battling it out. I was proud of our guys' effort. We talk to our guys all the time about we have to be 36 minutes of good and then 4 minutes of perfect. And I thought that's what Toledo was. They were 36 minutes of good, and then their last, I think we were tied with like 3 minutes to go. And then the last 3 minutes was all there is. We turned the ball over a time or two in there, and had a couple of bad possessions, and they were crisp. It led to a couple of easy buckets for them, and that's a separation. And that's that. Yeah, I thought that their veterans took over the game. That's really what happened there. And that's a group that is, that won the West last year and then went to the championship of the MAC tournament, with basically the same cast minus one. And they showed it. They didn't get rattled. They had just executed, and they were terrific in the last 3 minutes and didn't get rattled. Our guys did a little bit, and they won the last 3 minutes. Other than that, I was really proud of our kids' effort again today. They're battling their tails off. Our guys are just battling their tails off out there, and it's a play here, a play there. A call here, a call there. Anything can matter when you're playing MAC basketball games, and we came out short. Yeah, if I say yes, then it's an excuse, and at some point in time, I think Mike Flowers is a great example. The School of Hard Knocks. We're learning from the School of Hard Knocks. There's a couple of different ways you can do that. Mike learned last year from the School of Hard Knocks, because he sat there and watched Thomas Wilder play, and Mike sat a lot, while he did that. And we're learning from a different school of Hard Knocks this year in that, William, Patrick, Squeaky, we got a lot of new first-year players that are having to be out there, with the injuries that we have. These are kids that would be coming off the bench and not have as much pressure on them, that are out there now. And so when they make the mistake, or when they face a team that runs stuff as crisp as Toledo does, and then they watch the film, and it's like, it jumps out at you, and it's a tough school to go to, but they're in it right now, and especially with the first 4 games of conference play, they're definitely in it, and it doesn't get any easier Tuesday night, obviously. Well, I met with the guys earlier in the week, after we got back from Kent, and just talked to Seth and Mike and Josh in particular. Jared Prinny was part of that group, and just said, until we get our experience more experienced, you guys got to do what you got to do. It doesn't matter if you play 35 minutes, 38 minutes. You're not allowed. We'll put you in the ice bath the whole next day. You don't have to practice the next day. You can just get ready for film. But you got to do what you got to do when you're on the court. And I thought Seth was a great example of that tonight. He wore out. There's no question about that. But I thought he was really good when he was in there, and he begged for the ball. He really wanted the ball tonight. And that's a big thing. He missed some shots, but he made a lot. And when he's gonna be a big key for us as we move. We're halfway through the year right now. I think we got 15 left, right? 15, and then the MAC tournament. So just right about the halfway point in the year here. So Seth is going to be a huge key for us as we move through the rest of the season. Well, they did. That was the difference in the game. They had 14 threes. We had 7. And they're a good offensive team. We felt like we had to run offense well against them to keep up. I didn't know if we could defend everything. It's their playbook is as big as any playbook in the MAC, and it's tough to go zone on them. We considered it, but that's the last thing you want to do against a great 3-point shooting team is to go zone. So we had to mix up our man coverages, ball screen coverages, switching certain possessions, not switching on others to try and keep them off guard. But, we're the ones that got some confusion with some of those switches. And we're just not far enough along, to do that. We're just not, they shot the ball really well, but we wanted to keep the pressure up. We wanted to keep the tempo up, and even the Buffalo game, Buffalo, as good as they are defensively, Toledo still scored 80 on them. It's just Buffalo scored 110. So they were able to outscore them in the game. We couldn't quite keep pace with that tonight. And again, a couple of turnovers there. We felt like we could get whatever shot we wanted. We were when we ran offense, we had some really good shots tonight. And a couple of shots in the first half were ill-advised. And we can't step out there and play it against the team as good as Toledo. We can't step out there and play the game like a pickup game. And then say, oh, yeah, that's a bad shot. You got to, it's got to be every single possession has got to be pure. If you miss a good shot, you miss a good shot, but we can't take bad shots. And that we kind of weathered the storm by grinding away offensively. We calmed down offensively, caught a rhythm, and then we kept up with them, got them to miss a couple of shots, and rebounded, ran. That's kind of what we did.
What did you like from your guys tonight?
Effort. Effort. I have not had to doubt our effort a lot this year. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love this group of kids. They're enthusiastic. I get it that they're young, but they're enthusiastic. They bust their tail. They're really hurting in the locker room right now. I'm doing the post-game show with Robin out there, and Patrick Emilian comes out, and he's starting to shoot, right now. And that's the guys will be back in tonight. I know for a fact there will be a lot of our guys back in getting up shots later on. That's just the kind of guys they are. So it's our effort. Our intensity, I thought, was good. We dove on the floor for loose balls today. We did a lot of that. We rebounded the ball really well tonight, 41-28 on the glass. We won that. That's another thing that kind of kept us in there. And so, those things there, I can live with that. We just gotta. We're not going to like the film when it comes to certain possessions, and especially in the last 3 minutes there. Yeah, it's a great opportunity. I was thinking earlier today, I couldn't remember if Illinois was nationally ranked when they came into here. So we've had Illinois, and then you've got to go all the way back to, I think, Davidson when Steph Curry was in here. And we beat them that night. Illinois beat us when we played them in here. But this is a rare opportunity to catch a top 20 team in the nation. 5 seniors know what they're doing, a deep bench. Great defensive team, really connected offensive team, with some outstanding pieces, and that's why I said we've got a quick turnaround. But it helps a little bit in terms of the coaching staff and a little bit of the players in that how often they've played on TV. So our guys have been able to watch some of it, and then preparing for today's game. Toledo had just played Buffalo, so we had a chance to watch that as well. So there's going to be some familiarity with our guys. The first-year players, we have 12 guys playing right now, and 6 of the 12 are first-year players. So they don't know what they're getting ready to run into yet when the intensity level that they play. But Toledo's a good start on that, with how hard they run their offense. Very different, a lot of ball screens, but a lot of quickness, and they really push the ball. We're going to have to get deeper into our bench in this game. That's my first thought is, we're going to have to play more guys in this game, because if we stick with 8-man rotation, Buffalo will wear us out. Thank you.
Yeah, they're a good basketball team. They only lost 1 game coming into conference play. They were 0-2, we were 0-2. So we both really wanted to win. They're a good basketball team. They executed better than us in the last 4 minutes. I think it was tied going into under the last media timeout. So they executed better than us. We made a few turnovers, had 12 turnovers on the game. So you can't turn the ball over that many times in MAC play. Just staying aggressive. Got the ball inside. Mike and the guards did a good job of finding me. I still missed a few, but that's a game of basketball, and just staying really aggressive this week. Yeah, they can shoot the ball, especially that team. Next possession, if the ball goes through the hoop, we got to get it out of the net. And I thought we had some early success really pushing the ball in transition. We got it inside a few times, and we hit a couple of nice jumpers too. So just staying aggressive and not folding. Right. Transition, I thought we were in motion. We had a couple. We were really attacking the nail off of the ball screens, and the guards did a really nice job today. And I thought defensively, the guards did a really nice job in ball screen defense, getting over the top of the screens, and we did a decent job rebounding too. Probably the toughest 4 ball games we'll have in the MAC conference. Some really good teams. Buffalo's a really good team. I think they're ranked 19th now, so it's going to be a really good ball game Tuesday night. They got a lot of really good players, great coach. Should be a fun environment here in Greenfield.